morning, it's me again. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Oh, I don't know what that virus was, but damn, that hit hard. I hope you guys are all doing well out there. I've been hearing some crazy stuff going on. Financial world, though, it's mostly just the one bank. The Bank of Silicon Valley collapsed, and there was like a historic type run on it. It was crazy. I found out, but I didn't find out about it until one of my son's tech channels was talking about it because it was a tech only bank. I don't think the other banks are really in that much trouble. The tech industry is having some issues at the moment, and I'm not really sure how to fix that because I don't know anything about tech. But I'm sure there's folks out there that are already working on it. One of the issues, obviously, corporate greed. That's an issue with just about everything these days. But yeah, if we could figure out how to do things without like needing all the money, that'd be great. Um, but yeah, also, as we're talking about financial issues, I had a really weird thing happen the other day. I'd started using some other sales platforms on my Facebook, and Spokane has several of them that are really good. There's Marketplace, which isn't loading for some reason, probably because I'm using Facebook Market or Spokane Market instead of the blank regular Facebook Market. So whatever, yeah, that's the whatever thing right there. Um, but I'd noticed that there's a Spokane buy, sell, and trade, and I have gotten some strange responses initially from my last post. And I'm just gonna say to be careful of cons on both ways because people selling might be conning you, people buying might be conning you. And things to look out for is weird names, because one of the people that contacted me that was demanding my phone number had a name that was so sus sounding that the only way it could be more sus is if she'd actually called herself Crystal Meth. That's probably, so I'm just assuming that the name she's using is not her real name. Also, when I told her she couldn't have my phone number because you can talk just fine over the chat function on the sales page, and that's what it's intended for. Um, the Facebook stuff goes on my computer and my phone, so I can go somewhere else and like wait for them, and like I don't have to tell them where I live. I don't have to tell them my social security number. I don't have to tell them my phone number. People are asking for that kind of stuff. There's a problem. The other thing that she did was when I told her, no, you can't have my phone number, you can't have personal information from me, she immediately started demanding a code and was threatening to turn me in as a fraudulent seller because I wouldn't give her my phone number. Thankfully, I don't know what the code is. I still can't figure out what the code is she was talking about. It's probably some con thing, like the people in India that call you up and say, "Hey, you got this is going on. We need to fix this," and it's fake. Yeah, the only code that my son could think of that she was asking for will be my page code, which would have given her the right to take over my entire Facebook page, and that's fucking not happening. Um, I don't have a BBB, Better Business Bureau, yeah, BBBB code because you don't need to have a business license to sell on these pages. So I don't know what this lady's problem was, but I was really easy to figure out how to block her. It was either it says like more or the little dots or whatever, or it wiggled the page and that thing popped up. This is blocked buyer. And I hit the block and they asked me why am I blocking her? And I hit scam because it really read like it was a scam. And it blocked her immediately. And my son says that means she's doing this to other people. So she's probably going to get kicked off the page. Um, Most likely, definitely. I mean, like, I know everybody's struggling right now. I mean, everybody, the whole world. You think it's bad here? Go to Turkey. Seriously. Um, everybody's bad. Everybody's having troubles. Everybody's struggling. Don't steal. Don't con, don't steal. It's fine. I'm trying to do the best that I can. I'm wanting people to go through Famous Joe's because that's a lot easier on a lot of us. Famous Joe's is an actual business, They can help the customers get what they need. They can help me figure out what the customers are even talking about, unless they can't figure it out because they've told me they've had a couple of people coming in asking to do requests through me and another crafter, and they couldn't figure out what the fuck the people were talking about. They kept turning away and mumbling, and yeah, so they told them, either go figure out what you want and come back because we don't know what you're acting weird and we don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, and then yeah, because we'll do things. Me and the other crafter, um, will do things. If you put in a request, you just got to give us time to do it because you can't put in the request one day and then come back the next day and be like, "Where is my $200 king size blanket?" It takes more than 24 hours to make something like that. Plus, especially in today's market, I don't even know if anybody would have the yarn for something like that. That's a lot of yarn. That's like 4 or 5 pounds probably, because it took 3 pounds to do a throw. Might even be more than that. But yeah, that's a lot of yarn. Um, it's a lot of yarn. It's a lot of time. Um, yeah. So we just need to be calm. We need to be careful. We need to not be a Karen, as my son says. So I don't know if the lady that was after me was like actually trying to con me, even though that it looked like that's what was happening. Um, with her freaking out and then demanding a code. I don't know what she's talking about. 'Cause as far as I know, none of the sales platforms on Facebook require you to have a code to be a validated seller. What you need to be a validated seller is you need things to sell. And a lot of my stuff hasn't really been selling off of that marketplace. It's selling at Famous Joe's because I'm telling people to go to Famous Joe's. If I can get people to actually behave themselves and come at me, not come at me, but like come to me about legitimate sales, then I'd be fine. But you can't come at people with an attitude. Like Eli says, you can't be Karen and expect to get your way because a lot of crafters these days, we just are not putting up with it. It's an old way of making money, but it works. You bring the old ways into modern times, it works. Some things don't work anymore, like the piss in the pot, that old saying, they're so poor they don't even have a pot to piss in. That goes back to the Great Depression when tanneries were buying urine because it had a high concentration of ammonia and it was the best thing to use to tan the products. And now you get ammonia from other sources, which I don't really know the other sources, but I'm assuming maybe the um, waste management plants. As our bodies naturally produce ammonia and it's in our urine, and if we pee and flush, then it's going to go to the waste management factory plant thing, and then they do whatever they can with that stuff. And there's probably a lot of chemicals in human waste that they can like clean up and separate and sell. So if that's what they're doing, then yay. But I don't know. You can get some of these things from animal waste as well, and there's less risk with animal waste. But I don't know how that really works because, again, I don't know anything about that. I'm just not the kind of minded person that really gets into this technology stuff. I don't know. It's just I'm kind of a nerdy person, but I'm not really a tech nerd. It's just something my brain can't wrap around. I'm not really sure why, though I do know that I've had some issues growing up. Um, Had a really rough upbringing, so I know a lot about this stuff. The other thing is I'm actually thinking about putting some emergency food up somewhere. And then we just have emergency food in case stuff gets really bad. And I'm not really thinking like not getting things because I've discovered that even when we had shortages of specific products, there were still products. There's still a lot of products. So if you're flexible in your thinking, you can actually survive quite well and you can eat quite well if you're careful with your dollars. But yeah, I'm thinking about putting up some stuff, maybe like ramen or stuff that doesn't go bad right away. Canned goods, ramen, maybe even pet food. Um, it's just It's just I don't really know what's going to happen, and I don't know how bad things are going to get before they start to get better. Because I do know some of the stuff that was going on during the Great Depression, that was bullshit, and people are starting to act that way again. And it's not good. We gotta behave ourselves. We gotta be human beings. I mean, we're in a technological age. There's something, somebody's gonna come up with something, and it's gonna fix it. And I'm hoping that we can figure out how to go out and live in space, because that's a very complicated thing, but it is also doable. We do have the technology. I just don't know why we're not doing much with it. And it could be that it's very dangerous, because it is very dangerous. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm not a tech person. I'm not that smart. I mean, I'm very smart, but I'm not that smart. There's things that just go right over my head, and the new concepts go right over my head a lot of times, especially with the tech stuff and like the way people are talking. If I get a line of letters, I'm not gonna know what you're talking about. You're just gonna have to put it in like real words. It's like communication. We already have problems with communicating with each other, so we should probably make communication clear. And using real words is a good way of making communication clear. But don't give me this line of letters, because I don't know what that means. I'm not your friend. I don't do shorthand. I'm dyslexic. Um, I'm not gonna know what you're. I'm not gonna be able to figure that out. Um, but yeah, we just need to make things easier, especially now that they have actually said what the financial crisis is, and it's not just the states; it's global. It's pretty much everybody. We just need to do the best that we can and get along and take care of each other and support each other as best as we can. I don't mean like give everything away to people, but the best as we can type thing. We have to do the best that we can for people. And that may not be much. Like if you're somebody like me that struggles with income, that may not be much. But if you got a lot of money, that you could probably do more. But the best that you can to take care of other people to help us get out of this. I don't, like I said, I don't know, because there's big things happening that cost a lot of money, but we don't really have any control over. It's weather, it's the land is moving apparently. Um we can't really do much to stop that. There probably isn't anything we can do really to stop what nature does. But we can do things to help each other out. So that's, I don't know. Um but yeah, my store is open. Easter's coming. I've got a lot of great things. I did some cute little Easter Hello Kitties. I'm doing these little sus dudes. I think hide and seek is coming out pretty soon as well. I got the Easter eggs, lots of cool stuff at Famous Joe's if you guys are local. Um, it's a really cool shop. I like working there. I'm really hoping I can get my sales up so that both I can get a nice check and that I can keep them working, because it's really good. I feel like I'm part of the community when I'm selling my crafts. I'm helping them out. That's really what I feel like, is that I'm helping them out. I can't do much, but I am doing something, and it's helping the business stay up. It's getting some taxes going into the government, which might help with the debt, but I don't really know, because I don't. The current people in government probably should be facing serious criminal charges, and I'm talking about the last two ministries or administrations at least, because there's a lot of bad things happening. That's why we're in debt. It's because our government isn't paying attention to what they're doing. Um, but that happens sometimes. Like politics, almost all politicians are corrupt, or they get corrupted. They don't always go in intending to be corrupt, but stuff happens, and then that happens. So I don't want to be too negative on them, but at the same time, come on, man. You got enough money. Pay attention to what you're doing. We can't, like I said, we can't fix everything. We can't go give all our money to the Ukraine. We can't do that. We have to be able to take care of ourselves first. And then if we have extra, we can help out with some of the other stuff that's going on. So that's just my way of looking at it. It goes for the government as well as individual people. We take care of ourselves first, and then we look at what we can do for other people if we actually do have money. So right now it sounds like we don't. and we shouldn't be giving money out to other countries while we've got people here struggling. Um, but unfortunately, politicians don't think the way I do, so I don't know if me saying this is even gonna help. I'm definitely old enough to run for politics, but there's a lot of the complication things. It's like technology to my brain that I don't get it. So I don't know. Hopefully we can figure out how to make life better for us and we can get out of this, get through this little thing. It seems like there's always something that happens about every 100 years or so that just sucks. And you just gotta deal with it and get through it and just do your best. And so I'm gonna keep doing my sales and I need to get on working because I gotta get a lot of stuff done up so that I can do stuff for Easter. And it's not that far away, so I better get to working. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day, and let me know if you've got any topics you want me to talk about. I can look stuff up, and I just haven't really, because I'm not really sure what to do with this page. I want to be disability friendly, and but then all this stuff is going on, so I don't even know. So let's keep open minds and talk to each other. All right, bye.